All right, guys, I feel like I owe you a bit of an explanation. I want to give you guys an update. What's going on with the Demonator, and what are the plans for camping on the channel? Why have I not been going out? What are you guys installing?
We are currently doing this metal cloak full of belly skids on this 24 Rubicon 4xe.
Say that 10 times fast.
Exactly.
This is not my Jeep, not a new Jeep or anything like that. We've still got the Demonator, but we'll check in with Christian here in a second. And we've made a few changes. We got a couple more changes we've got to make in today's video as well. So I'll take you along for that. But let's cover off what has gone on with the Demonator, because if you guys remember back to October, I had to leave this at Sean's house and take the Trail Destroyer out.
Look at that, piece is on now.
And so we had some issues with the Demonator, which have we fixed the issues?
It had issues? The only issue I currently see is it's taking up a large amount of space in my shop.
So it's been here for a little while. It's been a bit of a happenstance, and timing hasn't been great with SEMA and everything else going on. So we're a little delayed getting the truck back. But
yeah, communication back and forth during this time of year is a little difficult because everyone is so busy.
Yeah, well, and me too. Like, it wasn't terrible. I had to go to SEMA. You know, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the SEMA video? Do you guys enjoy the SEMA content? I'm got to decide whether or not.
You did a SEMA video?
Don't you watch my channel?
You have a channel?
Let's get back to the Demonator. What is going on? What started all of this?
You came over to have a weekend with Sean of debauchery down in like.
We were gonna go to the dunes.
Sand dunes.
We were gonna go tear our V8 trucks up on the dunes for the weekend.
Wasn't happy. It caught a cold at which that it just the catalytic converters that are from the MagnaFlow system. I think they just don't like off-roading.
They didn't want to exist anymore.
They didn't want to exist anymore. So there was a bit of a rattle inside the cat. It was causing some cat codes, and
yeah, so that's
we don't want to mess around with that.
So, you know, to go back to that video, what actually happened, why we didn't take it anywhere, is I got some O2 sensor flow warnings, check engine lights. Yeah, O2 sensor efficiency, which is post catalytic converter. And
so I had you do that highly technical diagnostic test of you crawling under the vehicle in the rain and tapping on the cat.
I'll put a clip here right now. But we knew that there had been some problems with some of the MagnaFlow cats, so that was our first thought when we saw the low flow with the O2, low efficiency with the O2. Let's check the cats, because that's maybe the thing we can check easily. And yeah, when we banged on it, we could hear whatever the wafers or whatever's inside the cat rattling around. So we decided it wasn't a good idea to drive an 800 horsepower supercharged V8 truck when it can't exhaust all its exhaust.
Especially the highway speeds of the States, plus what you do to get over the hills on a dune.
Exactly, for a long trip all the way down to Oregon, and then on the dunes where you're just probably bumping off the rev limiter the whole time anyway. So
with a lot of weight.
We left the truck here. Sean and I went camping. You guys can go watch that video. And we got it back to Epic, and the Ginger got the main problem resolved. But since it was here, you know, we had to do some upgrades.
Well, it was supposed to be here for upgrades the next week anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So we had to do some upgrades while it was here, and let's cover off. I'll cover off with you guys just what we changed.
You had so many fridges and batteries to review. The back end was a little heavy. I wouldn't say saggy, I would say overloaded.
I don't even have all my jerry cans filled up.
Yeah, so we're just talking batteries and fridges, not even extra fuel. So what we did is we pulled out the coils we had and we put in Metal Cloak's heavier duty 4.5-inch coils.
Because since we built the truck, they came out with new springs that are made for overloading.
Since we built the truck, it didn't have this.
That's true.
This.
Well,
everything else in it.
To be fair, I took out the deck system, which weighs about as much as all of that.
Come on.
So the truck is now has firmer springs in the back, which are going to take the extra weight much better. So we're not going to have any. What do they call? What do they call the trucks? You know, with the front up.
Cali lean?
No, that's the other way, isn't it?
Carolina squat.
Yeah, squatted truck. We got rid of the squatty truck look on the Demonator. So that was the first thing. But that's just where we started. While it was here, I figured, well, we should probably address my other biggest issue that I don't like about the truck, and that's
when you go to Costco, you have trouble getting in and out of your parking spot with the steering.
Dude, it's terrible. You can't turn the wheel in a parking lot.
Without any help, you can't turn 40s. It's like a two-person job. Like, it's literally, it's not two-handed steering. You need 4 hands on the steering wheel to turn this thing in a parking lot.
And then you have to listen to the power steering pump scream the whole time.
It is not it aerates the pump just turning left.
Yeah, it's like milkshake power steering fluid. Our friends at America's Most Wanted 4x4 have a turnkey hydro assist steering setup that has components from PSC and Steer Smarts that they've assembled and put together to work exactly how they want it to deliver, a really quality.
Now, when you say turnkey, you already need the conversion.
No, you don't. So you guys can reach out to America's Most Wanted, and if you are looking for a turnkey hydro assist setup, they will sell you the kit.
The reason I say turnkey is because your engine already eliminated the electrohydromatic steering system.
Right.
It took that, threw that pump in the garbage, recycled.
Yeah, I bet.
And so therefore, we don't have to do the pump upgrade in order to do this. Now, when we do this to other people's vehicles that don't have the engine conversion, we get a kit that also upgrades the electrohydrosteering motor.
Yes.
So that it has like 2,000 PSI coming out of that.
Yeah.
Instead of what you used to do back in the day is put a steering gear, better, basically power steering pump.
So we're not very good at sales and marketing, obviously.
Not our department.
If you want to find out more about America's Most Wanted 4x4 turnkey anythings from engine conversions to steering setups to suspensions, I'll put a link to their website and their email address so you can reach out to them, because they will do a way better job at
explaining what they're selling
than we can. So you're probably like, what are you guys talking about? What is a hydro assist steering kit? This right here, oh, there's a good shot. This is the meat and potatoes of the system. So this is a PSC hydraulic ram that is now attached to the tie rod. The tie rod connects your driver's side and passenger side tires so that when you have steering input from your drag link, which is this, which comes from your steering box, it comes down the drag link to your steering knuckle right here, and then this is linked to your other tire or your other steering knuckle through the tie rod.
So they turn at the same time.
So they turn at the same time and your truck goes where you want it to. Now the hydraulic ram receives hydraulic fluid from the steering box into the ram, and when you turn, depending on which way you're turning, the ram will extend or retract back into itself. Since it's attached to the tie rod, it is applying force either driver's side or passenger side, depending on which way you're turning the wheel. And rather than the force having to be transferred from the steering box down the drag link, which is a weak point, and into the tie rod, which can be very troublesome when you've got huge 40-inch tires, especially when they're aired down with tons of traction, you get all of this extra pressure now on your tie rod steering and turning your wheels. I did a pretty good job explaining that.
Yeah, that works.
Like 9.5 out of 10?
At least a 7.
At least 7. So that's what the hydro assist steering covers. Anything else we should
assist your hydraulic steering?
Anything else we should add to that? It's pretty good. So we have a new tie rod. We've got the Steer Smarts tie rod, which is part of America's Most Wanted 4x4's turnkey kit, and then they also have the hydraulic ram, and so we also had to do some cooling, like you said, underneath the hood. So that is why the Demonator has been sitting here for quite a few weeks now, but that doesn't fully explain why I haven't been going camping.
But you haven't been going camping because all your camping gear is in the truck.
Yes, exactly.
You should have brought it home with you.
So because I had to leave the Demonator at Sean's house with it more or less not operational, it had all of my camping gear in it, all my sleeping bag, my stove, everything that I needed to go camping is in the Demonator. And since I live in Victoria on Vancouver Island, and I didn't have a vehicle to get back home with, I had to take an Uber and a ferry and an Uber, and I couldn't bring everything home with me. So it's only now that I've been able to get back over to Vancouver
with a vehicle,
which is why we brought the Wrangler, So you're probably thinking, well, how are you gonna get the Demonator home? Well, unfortunately, the Demonator is gonna stay here for a few more weeks because we're also updating some of the tunes on it. Over the last 1.5 years of driving it, there's a few things that I know that we can change through tuning that I'd like to update. So I figured while it's here, we might as well update it. Since I can't pick it up today, I'm gonna grab all my camping gear out of here and bring it back home, and we'll go do some camping in the Eco Diesel for the next couple weeks, and then we'll get the Demonator back. But I'm gonna go make some more mods to the Demonator today.
Good.
So I'm gonna borrow this for a couple hours, and we've gotta go, we'll take it on a little road trip, and I'll show you guys what else is gonna change while it's over here. All right, just real quick before we pull the Demonator, look, the Ginger has a new Jeep that I think we'll do a walk around in an upcoming video. But what do you got in the back there?
I got something you definitely need to check out. You probably should try and get yourself one.
Is that the IceCo APL 35?
This is the IceCo APL 35.
I have one of those.
It literally...
You really don't watch my videos, do you?
I have had absolutely nothing staying cold in here for weeks, which makes it work even harder.
You're just burning.
And it hasn't killed my battery.
Burning energy.
Like this is a negative 18 degrees in here.
So you've got it set up dual zone freezer and fridge.
Yep. The app is actually really nice. I usually don't bother with apps from companies.
What do you think of this feature?
The slow close?
The stay open.
Oh, I love the not smack me in the head or crush my hand feature. And I like the quiet close.
This is not such a problem when you have your fridge on a slide out here, but like when you're reaching into the back of your truck and you gotta grab something out, it's really nice that the lid just doesn't slam on you all the time.
It doesn't bother me that it scratches because this is the first thing I've ever had that I'm finally going to cover in stickers.
But this is all aluminum outside and
inside.
This is the only fridge.
It's easy to clean.
This is the only fridge that I know of that has an aluminum inside,
and lights on both sides.
Which doesn't have any plastic that absorbs all the rotten stuff that you leave in here.
Besides this one piece here that isn't even in the fridge technically.
And then it has the new IceCo Nano compressor in there, which
it's running.
Is ultra quiet. It's more efficient, and it means the fridge is only going to weigh 30. I think it's 33 pounds, right?
32.
32 pounds. I'll put it right here. It's 32. It's very lightweight, not just because it's aluminum, but the compressor is the thing that keeps the fridge cold. In
Nano
here,
means small.
Small. Yeah. Thanks, dictionary.
Hey, no problem. Sometimes not everyone gets sciencey terms.
So it's so light, Maddie could carry it.
So like you could take this hiking.
Well, with this you could, with the expansion battery.
Well, yes.
You could take this whole setup hiking.
This is the basically like an expansion of battery pack for a fridge. Now, a lot of the fridges aren't aluminum, so it'll magnetically stick to.
There's
no steel in this.
Isn't that magnesium? Isn't the tailgate on these?
This is magnesium.
Yeah.
This is aluminum. That's stainless steel.
There is steel though.
I believe is stainless. It can't stick to that.
I believe the quarter panels are steel. There we go.
There we go. So if you want to run your battery outside.
That's the external battery.
Here's the external battery.
From IceCo. I don't think that's what they had in mind.
They used science, and they supplied you with steel.
For their aluminum fridge.
For their aluminum fridge.
Well, that's thinking forward.
I'm going to stick this on when I figure out which side I want it on.
Yeah.
And then I can tunk, and it'll just sit in nicely.
So
that'll be my emergency backup if anything goes wrong, or if I need to charge my phone.
Enough about your fridge. We got to go play with the truck. But
yeah. Go play with your truck.
That looks really good in there. So if you guys are thinking about fridges for slides, either in your 2-door,
4-door.
Yeah, your 4-door or whatever.
Prius.
Do they have a slide for the Prius?
I can drill holes in anyone's vehicle.
The Ginger's new 2-door. We'll have a walk around with more than one 2-door. Two 2-doors coming up in a video because
you can't own one 2-door. You have two 2-doors.
Paul also has his build here going on right here. So when we get back with the truck, I'm going to shoot some walk arounds for you guys. I'll upload those separately in another video. Still sounds good.
Your neighbors would hate you if you had any.
I do, and they do. What's this? What's this hanging out the back?
That's a sensor, don't break it.
Okay. I missed this. You're, looks like you're aiming at the sky.
No, your face is right here.
Oh, okay. I miss this setup, guys. All right, so already a huge difference. So the end result is that we can now, the end result of the Hydro Assist is we can now do this whenever we want without having to actually move forward, even on the giant 40-inch tires. So, you know, despite all the technical talk, this still feels stiff, like from the factory. We'll see how it is on the highway, because a lot of people are like, do you lose a lot of the feel of your steering by putting Hydro Assist on here? But I can tell you right now, it still feels heavy like it did before, or tight, which is what I like. It's not heavy with a lot of resistance, but it still feels very tight with the Hydro Assist. I really like that. But what it means is, from a stop, we can rotate the tires anytime we want. I have to say, the seats in the Mojave, which is what this started out as, are vastly more comfortable than my Rubicon seats in the JL. I miss this truck. We'll get it back shortly. But since it's over here and it's such a huge pain to bring it back to the island, I figure we'll get everything taken care of while it's here. A lot of power. We've arrived at Capit, our rooftop tent and Overland camping friends. I'm gonna pull into their warehouse because we are putting a new, well, sort of a new rooftop tent on the Demonator. We're actually putting the AliCab Gen 3R that was on the Wrangler on here, but we're adding a little something extra to it. So let's get into the warehouse. Good day. I guess it's not morning, it's afternoon.
That's right.
How you doing?
Absolutely. Pretty good.
Well, I'll just pull her in here somehow. Hey. This is how we do Overland shopping now. We just pull into the warehouse and grab all of the things we need and then drive out. Let's drive through Overland shopping at Capit. Try not to run over any forklifts on the way. Look at this thing. What do you guys think of this? This setup here, the full AliCab roof conversion next to us. Try not to smash anything. It is a beast.
How was the ride out?
Good. Well, we just put some new upgrades on it. So,
really?
yeah, we just finished putting a Hydro Assist PSC kit on. So
nice.
I can actually turn the wheels now without having to move. And when I'm aired down, it should be more useful. So, oh, Casey, nice to meet you. Do you mind if we turn the music off in here while we film? Yeah. we don't want to get any copyright strikes while we're filming. So we're at Capit. If you guys, we've been here. This is where we swapped and put the AliCab Contour canopy on the Demonator, but they've got these sweet rigs inside here. If you guys haven't seen the Land Rovers yet, look at these things. These are, it's like something we would have seen at SEMA. So this one here, AliCab sells a kit for this, and you can cut the roof off and replace it with a rooftop tent. But we're gonna take off the Capit Evergreen tent, and we're gonna put my AliCab Gen 3R on, and look what Steven has added on here for us. The new 270 awning, the shadow awning from AliCab.
Absolutely.
All I've heard is great things about this awning. Everybody says this is the benchmark for awnings.
They really are.
Yeah.
They are extremely sturdy. I'd say one of the toughest out there. And the best part about it is the tarp or the fabric. It's got a silver lining on the top of it. So in the summertime, when it's crazy hot out, when you walk underneath it, it feels like you're going inside. It does not
really, because it's reflecting up
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, well, right now we want it for rain. We want to stay out of the rain and the crap when we go camping. So we'll get this on, but I'll show you guys. It's going to open up all the way around like this and then over the back. This is my favorite tent. Like, I miss it. I want to go camping in this. So I've got a temporary tent on my Wrangler at the moment. But yeah, kind of the plan is to sell the Wrangler and keep this as like, use everything, go everywhere. So Steve and I were just talking about, I totally forgot that I was going to take this off at Epic so I could take it home in the Wrangler, the Capit awning, which we're going to take off now that we've got the new awning, and I forgot it was up there. So we're going to try to, you think it's going to fit in the tent?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no problem.
All right. Will Steven be right, or will I just have to throw this in the bin for now?
It'll fit.
You know what's going to happen though, is we're going to put it in there, and I'm going to forget about it.
Go on your next camping trip, pop it open, and be like, oh yeah.
We're going to go camping, and I'm going to pop it up. There's going to be a giant awning in there.
Nice.
You gotta lift a little bit and kind of wiggle it. Here, you come hold this side, I'll come to that side.
The threshold on those brackets is like 0.1 millimeter or something. My friend Jack made them for me. And I gave him the measurements of the rails and he made them exactly to spec. Not even a millimeter of extra. There we go. Got it? It's out. Look at that. Wow, holy moly. I guess if we just lay it on its side, hey? And
Yep, exactly, yeah, we'll pop these brackets off and then we'll be good to go.
I'm 100% gonna forget that's in there. So the Capit Evergreen tent is going to be for sale here at, what do you guys call this location? I keep Googling it.
Search up Capit Langley Township, this location pops up.
Okay, so Capit Langley Township is gonna have the Evergreen for sale. I'm going to put a signature on it. So you guys know if you're buying it, this was mine. If you wanna check it out, get the one that I used to use. It'll be available on their website. I'll put some links down in the description for you guys to check it out. It'll be the first rooftop tent that I've actually signed. So this is my quick release flag mount because we were supposed to go to the dunes and I put this on with some flat aluminum that I had kicking around at last minute. And this uses the handy flag. So when you get to the dunes, you just clip it on there. It's like almost like an air chuck. It just goes dink, and you get a 6 or 7 foot flag on there. Show those off beautifully.
So these are 40 millimeter standard foot.
Yeah, so we used those before, but now we want to try to get a lower profile look. So what are we going to do here, Steven?
So that's how it was. That's how it's now going to be.
So we're going to bolt these rails right to the mount points on the canopy. So it goes in we put the bolts in the side of the crossbar. Yeah, and then you get this mounting point right here to go to the rails.
Exactly.
That's slick. That's super slick. So if somebody else is wanting a rooftop tent, set up canopy, they can come see you guys here at the shop and you guys will put it on, bolt it on, set it up for them.
Absolutely.
Do you guys charge for installs?
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
So it depends on the application.
Yeah.
Right? If it's standard crossbar mount, you're probably under $100 to have the installation done.
Yeah.
If we're doing custom brackets and yeah.
The Capit Canada, all the Capit stores are the only retailer in Western Canada that you can get alley cab tents and accessories and canopies. And if you want to do crazy Land Rover conversions, all that kind of stuff, they've got you covered. And as Stephen was just saying, they'll even put it on your vehicle for you if you stop by. Pretty much any location will do installs, right? It's not just you guys, but you guys have the nice indoors. It's warmer. It's not raining in here. lots of room for the Demonator.
Alucab tends to over powder coat things. So this track here, where a hex bolt is supposed to go into,
Yeah.
sometimes they work.
Sometimes the tolerance is like
most of the time
a millimeter off.
they don't, right? So they've come out with remedial bolts.
No way.
So basically these, yeah, go ahead.
So it's more like a T-nut instead of a.
And it slides in like
focus.
butter.
Even I can do it. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Remedial bolts. The alley cab has a bit of a different.
Yes.
For this Gen 3R, it has a different mounting.
Gen 3.1 and the 3R, the newer one, They're the only tent manufacturer that decided to change the way you mount a tent. So most of the time on a rooftop tent, you're going to have some sort of a T-track pointed downwards, and there's going to be a clamp that wraps around a crossbar. With the AluCab products, this is their clamping system. So how it works is it is going to mount via a carriage bolt up top here, and 2 of these remedial bolts down here. Then you are required to have a crossbar with a T-slot in it where you would bolt the tent in. It's a much more secure way of mounting.
Yeah, no kidding, because we're getting 2 mounting points right here on the side of this rail, and then a secure additional point here.
Yep.
And then, like you said, we're now bolting right to the rail instead of a C clamp type thing. I don't think I'm ever getting this off without a forklift. Holy moly, good job on the measuring.
Important.
So that just dropped right in there, eh?
Okay, so right now it's about a 1/2 inch, whereas it's flush here, so we gotta push it that way. Harry, you're tall. Okay. Oh, that was too much.
Too many 1/2 inches.
Oh, I got a lot on this side.
Oh, that looks so much better being low profile on there, right on the
Now, what's the clearance?
right on the canopy. All right, let's take a look at the awning and see what this looks like while it's out. Do you know what this weighs off the top of your head? Oh. Can we pull? I can pull forward a little bit.
Pull forward.
Now we can clear it. Just barely.
Yeah, so we gotta install this guy so we cinch it down.
Oh, I see. So you don't have to do one of those straps to the tire and everything. You just get
Drop it right here.
you get a pin there.
And you
Oh.
slide in, and then you just cinch it down with this side.
That's
It
slick.
goes right here.
It's a really integrated system that works
yeah.
together, hey?
Oh yeah. It gets pretty tight. Look at that.
Holy moly! Yeah, no kidding. I guess you need it for and there's no legs. Oh, there is legs on
There's
the.
a leg if you need the
If you need it, yeah. So there's just one leg,
one.
just one.
You can buy extras, but no one ever does.
Yeah,
It's honestly one of the strongest I've ever seen.
that's what I hear. But there's no lighting in this though. It's just
If you add it,
you can add it. Okay. Yeah, I like that you don't have to do any mounting to the front, and you don't have to do. You just have that one pin, and
such
you've
a
got the.
quick setup, man. Like,
Yeah.
honestly,
Open, closed.
quick.
I hear everybody says this is like the benchmark
Oh, yeah.
for
Oh, yeah.
for awnings, for
Oh, yeah.
270 awnings.
Best awning I've ever seen.
There's also
Harry
a
was just
little
showing us.
little piece right there that you push up,
Oh.
and that is what prevents waterproofing.
What?
Yeah.
So just
It'll
straight
walk-
up?
Yeah, just give it.
I'm not gonna damage it?
There you go. No, that's.
Well, that's so much. I don't know if did you watch the 270 awning review I did a few weeks ago on John's Forerunner?
I think,
Where-
yes.
And I pulled it and it soaked my arm down.
Yep.
The only way to really get the water off
Yep.
is you got to put the ground stakes and the guy lines in.
Heavy rain. AluCab does offer a storm kit for this,
Yeah.
which basically are little clamps that clamp onto the middles, and you stake them down.
Okay.
Most people don't need them.
That's what we were just saying. You don't need any extras.
Nah.
and stuff.
Testament to how strong these are. We were at the Overland rally, and last year they did it in Kelowna. The year before was in Merritt, and it started. I want to say setup was Thursday. By end of day Friday, most people had already left because the windstorms were so bad.
Oh, wow.
Anybody that had a bat wing or any other generic awning, they were ripped off the side of their trucks.
No
there
way.
was a big dumpster there filled
Full of awnings?
Yes, it was bad. And we had ours all set up.
No problems.
No stakes, nothing.
It's so simple too. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
We were talking about lighting kits.
Yes.
Is there a lighting kit for this?
Nothing officially
Okay.
yet, no. Unfortunately, no. But would be a pretty easy.
Yeah, I'll figure
on.
something out then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People buy those battery-powered lights and just.
Well, you can also get like strip lights that would go on, right?
Yeah.
And then you just
Well, that's
tie
what
the
I'm-
wiring in.
That's what I'm thinking,
right?
like those stick-on strip lights, because
Yeah.
we've got a nice 1/2 inch. Put that along there, tie all the wires together,
Exactly.
and then I can run it back into the 12 volt in the bed of the truck. So we'll have to come up with some lighting options. It's the only, I wouldn't even say it's a drawback, but that's the only feature that the AluCab shadow awning doesn't have, like we saw on the top oak awning a few weeks ago.
So you take a look at that finish. That's the underside.
And that's what's on the top.
That's what's on the top of there too. So that's
like
that silver lining. It's reflective.
Oh yeah, okay.
And it takes all the heat away.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's super slick.
Yeah.
Great design. And then so we got the gutter to fill the space between the tent here, so we don't get, if we're really concerned, I guess if we've got this open, that solves some of it.
Does theoretically solve the issue, but if you're wanting to have that closed,
Yeah.
this is going to travel through here. I'm not going to put it all the way on yet because I've got to put the Velcro on, but basically that's going to go into that extrusion, and then you can see the Velcro here is going to wrap up and hook
Onto the strip that you put on there.
So you're just going to start at the bottom, give it a nice roll.
That's it.
That's it. And okay, which one do these?
There's a strap in there somewhere.
There's one strap right here.
Your vehicle's even a little bit too tall for me, eh?
Yeah, geez, it's gonna be tough for me.
Better carry a step stool with you.
No. Yeah. Oh, I can reach it, just barely. We're good. Do you have any recommendations for maintaining the zipper being nice and easy to use? Any tips?
I like to lubricate them every now and again. I mean, if you like, there are wax zipper lubricants.
Yeah, I've
that
seen
you can
that.
Buy.
Yeah.
I usually spray a little bit WD-40 on it.
Shavings.
Some metal shavings, yeah.
Yeah.
Man glitter.
So if you leave your zipper up here, you'll be getting water into it.
Oh.
So just make sure you're always leaving it down here.
Below.
And also in the back, so you don't hear the chatter of these two.
All right, can we transport the Kamek inside the alley cow and get it closed?
You don't want to put it in an angle. All day.
It fits. It fits. But can we close it? Can we close it? Oh, no way. Little squeeze. Holy moly, so I can bring a backup awning with us when we go out. I'm 1,000% gonna forget that's in there.
That's your hardware for that awning.
Thank you. All right, guys, what do you think of the new look with we've got the alley cab Gen 3R, the alley cab contour canopy on here. We're gonna go pull it around the front of Capit, and we'll set this up and show you guys the full setup. This thing is massive, and we're just underneath it. It's got like an 8-foot spread on this corner right here. It's tons of coverage. Demonator is looking pretty sick, so we'll back out of here and go get some shots outside. I'll show you guys what this looks like all set up. There you go.
There we go. Sweet.
You guys can find the one signature tent at Capit. It'll be for sale here. I'll put a link directly to it. Maybe there's like a unique SKU on the website
We can do that.
We'll get that, and then you can come right here and get the exact one.
There you go.
We'll put some stickers and stuff in it too. I'm gonna time you though, Steven. How fast can you do it? Like, we just got to camp, we've been wheeling all day, it's pouring rain, my feet are soaked, we haven't eaten dinner. We need shelter. Let's go. I want to pop the tent first. Yeah, there we go. Good. Yeah, good. Just barely clears the truck. Look at the width on that is crazy.
That's it.
It's a lot. Yeah, there you go. You cheated though. You had help. Come on. But look at the like, this is like, there's so much space under here. It's, you know, probably 7 feet, maybe 8 feet. So if you're sitting under here under the rain, this is perfect. All right, there you go. What do you guys think? Look at the new awning. I have to figure out a good thumbnail for this. I think from the ground, this is where it's at, right here. Everything's very themed together. It's almost like I planned the gray and the orange and the blacks. Everything just matches. All right, back to Epic. Back at Epic, and I'm gonna take a few minutes to unload the Demonator. But this place is just like a Jeep parking lot. White, green, and Beardo's back with Fluffy, the other Stingray that started out as a factory truck and then had a full America's Most Wanted 4x4 392 conversion on it. So not as insane as the Demonator. But I'm gonna move as much gear over as I can from the truck and head back to the island. Huge thanks to the guys at Epic Adventure Outfitters for getting the truck to where it is, and we'll finish off that tuning and I'll get you guys updated with what's going on. We should have it back in a couple of weeks. But also huge thanks to America's Most Wanted 4x4 for helping us get the Jeep back up and running, and they're helping us with the tuning and also with some support getting that turnkey steering system that they sent up to us for the hydro assist. That's super awesome. Made a huge difference driving. I can't wait to get out and test it off-roading. My name's Casey. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions about what's going on, leave them down in the comments below. Hit subscribe. I upload every week. I'll catch you guys in the next video.